Welcome to Policy on Demand. I'm Sindhu Blume.
And I'm Scott McCandless. It is the week of August 21st, and this is your Monday briefing.
It's been 1 year since the Inflation Reduction Act was signed into law, providing for clean energy tax credits, initially estimated to cost a total of $370 billion, but most recently estimated by the Joint Committee on Taxation to total closer to $660 billion. Wendy Punches joins us to discuss where things stand with these credits a year after enactment. Wendy, welcome.
Hi, Cindy. Thanks. It's great to be here.
So, Wendy, the Joint Committee on Taxation recently estimated the cost of the energy credits to be substantially greater than initially estimated, indicating that they have been well received in the market. What has been your experience working with the companies in terms of demand for these incentives?
Wow, Sindhu, it has really been overwhelming. We are seeing significant interest from traditional energy companies, as well as companies that are looking to either one, offset the cost of their own decarbonization efforts, or two, produce products necessary for the low carbon economy. You combine that with the interest from nonprofits, as well as companies just looking to invest in the low carbon or energy transition market, and it has been absolutely crazy.
Wendy, the IRS and Treasury recently released regulations addressing the monetization of these energy credits, specifically through direct payments and transfers. How are companies viewing these regulations?
I would say favorably, but with a bit of caution. The provisions are great because they provide non-traditional financing options and flexibility, which broadens the base of companies that can benefit from these credits. With that said, there are some concerns about the pre-filing requirements, how some of the direct pay and transferability provisions could be implemented, the impact on partnerships, a term called the net elective payment amount, etc. Many companies and trade associations have already submitted comments to Treasury, and the hearings commence this week. Thus, if your company does have some concerns about these regulations, would definitely reach out to Treasury ASAP.
Wendy, what issues are you seeing in the energy project financing space?
Yeah, from a financing perspective, the provisions have certainly created a lot of buzz. Companies are already starting to get calls from developers and brokers who are looking to sell tax credits as a way to finance projects. For taxpayers looking to invest in renewables or low carbon technologies, this is great news as it provides an alternative to traditional tax equity or something we call virtual power purchase agreements. With that said, the proposed regulations make it clear that the buyer of the tax credit bears both the recapture and excessive credit transfer risk. This is putting pressure on buyers to do thorough due diligence, and for sellers that want to keep the value of their credits high, evaluating indemnities and insurance protections. For some companies, especially those in more nascent industries like clean hydrogen, project teams are trying to finalize financing, but lack of guidance on how the credit will be implemented is impacting their ability to model project economics and size deals. So although Treasury and the IRS have been releasing numerous notices as well as proposed regulations over the past year, taxpayers are waiting for a couple of key pieces of information, namely any guidance with regards to the clean hydrogen production tax credit or the advanced manufacturing production credit. So although we understand Treasury is very busy and they're trying to strike the right balance regarding implementation, this lack of clarity creates financing and market uncertainty.
And Wendy, finally, for companies that are investing or thinking about investing in this space, what actions should they consider?
My key takeaway would be do your diligence. Whether you're going to be claiming credits on your company's investments or purchasing tax credits from others, make sure, one, that you understand all the credit requirements, including if you're eligible for any bonus amounts, as well as if you need to pre-register your credit. Two, understand the impact on estimated tax payments and how those might be impacted. Also, make sure you have a process in place to gather the documentation that you will need to sustain those credits.
Wendy, that's great advice. Thank you so much for your insights and for being with us today.
Oh, you're welcome. Always great to be here.
And for our viewers, included in the description of this episode are PwC tax insights that cover the topics Wendy just discussed, as well as an insight about a new option for certain taxpayers to electronically request penalty relief.
August in Washington is famously a slow month, but ask anyone on our policy team if there's something to talk about, and the answer will be yes. Rohit Kumar will be in the studio this week for the last week in review for August. You won't want to miss it. And thank you as always for watching, and stay with Policy on Demand for the latest developments in Washington and around the world. Take care.